How you doing, Brian King, UK Flooring TV? Today this is the first of our series of Zoom interviews. Um, uh, with lockdown and things like that, I did a few on Skype, which went down all right, but Skype, I struggled using it and the quality weren't good. So I bought a new computer, new laptop, new mic, some headphones. I've even got this template thing and this floating mic. And I thought, first one, who better to do it with? Somebody not from the UK. So I've picked Reuben from the popular YouTube channel Floors by Southern Boys. Reuben, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Brian. Thank you for having me, buddy.
No problem. Thanks for coming along and speaking to us. Reuben, I take it from the title Floors by Southern Boys. Whereabouts in the USA are you from? Southern, I take it.
Yeah, we're located in Tennessee, so I mean it's not as far south as possible, but that's where the Tennessee, Alabama, and stuff like that. It's pretty southern, I guess. So I actually got the name in Tucson because whenever I was out there in Tucson, I moved there from here, obviously, and a lot of people was commenting on my accent and stuff like that. So whenever I established my business on paper, that's what I went with because that's what everybody recognized anyway as I was working for them. So that's kind of how I got my my title there.
Yeah. You're mainly known for your YouTube channel, Floors by Southern Boys. What made you start that channel, Reuben?
Just the desire to help people, I guess. Looking on YouTube and stuff like that, I never have been big on YouTube or anything like that. Never even really used it as much until right before I started the channel. I started looking for information and stuff, and I realized there wasn't a whole lot out there. So I thought I would just jump on there and kind of share a little bit of what I know. And here we are, 4 years later, still sharing knowledge and helping people out. So it's been really good. It feels really nice to help people. So that's the motive behind everything, is just to help.
I think we started the channel around the same time. This is my fourth year. The reason for mine, I follow boxing. I like my boxing, and there's a guy in Manchester where I'm from. He has a YouTube channel called British Boxers, and what he does, he follows. He goes to all the gyms and does interviews with the up and coming boxers, not the boxers in the public eye, the up and coming ones. And I thought, that'd be really good for flooring. So I started off doing interviews with, we all talk on social media, but we don't know anything about these people, don't know what they look like, anything about the businesses. So that's how I started off. And like I said, 4 years on.
Yeah, nice.
Reuben, I've noticed on your channel, you show a lot of how-to videos, like how to fit certain types of flooring, how to like. Do you see over here? I did that once. I put a video on how to do some LVT around a curved bull nose, and within 10 minutes, I had like a manufacturer what offers training ring me up, couple of training centres. Saying I'm showing too much, I'm showing course content. I swear I haven't done it since. But do you not get any hassle off anybody for showing course content?
Not really. I took the NFIC, and that was carpet and stuff like that. And I agreed that I wouldn't show his stuff on my channel because obviously there's been a lot of that information. So anything that I learned there, I don't share out of respect for the organization and stuff like that. I do get some negative comment back from installers, which I don't think is good at all. You should want to help people and show them better ways. And a lot of the, I don't even say older generation, they want to keep all the little secrets to themselves. So that's where I get the push, is from actually installers about showing trade secrets and stuff like that. Never had an issue at all from any of the organizations like CFI or NFIC. So it's all fair and play over here.
See, over here, it's the training centres because they offer training and charge for that. So anything you show, they're a bit like, oh, what you doing? You can't be showing things like that. Yeah. So, which I understand. But in the USA, it all seems a lot more relaxed. There's lots of YouTube channels and people showing how to things. So
yeah, Yeah, the NF, they're the only ones that I would not show stuff that I learned there, just out of respect for the organization. So I can kind of understand where they're coming from over there. They're not wanting you to show stuff that people have to pay for. So
Yeah.
over here, there ain't a whole lot of those centers. You only got CFI and NFIC. So CFI, they have never said anything about showing anything or anything. I've actually asked a lot of them, and they're all fine with anything that I show. But NFIC is a little more advanced, probably what you guys are doing over there with the LVT and stuff. It's more advanced. So that's why people pay to take those classes and stuff like that, to learn to step up their installation skills and stuff. So that's a little bit more, again, I don't show that stuff just because people do have to pay for it.
What training is on offer in the United States of America? Is there like training centers there, or is it just one organization what offers training?
Yeah, there's only two organizations. We have CFI and NFIC. You can see here in the background, CFI has a place out in Texas, and there's one just opened up recently here in Georgia, which is actually pretty close to me. Those are both pretty much for bringing new people into the industry. So if you don't know anything about it, you can go and learn how to fit carpet and stuff like that. It'll teach you the basics and, how to go in. They say whenever you complete the 5-week training course there, that you can go out and comfortably stretch in a traditional 3-bedroom house, install carpet in a traditional 3-bedroom home. Now, NFIC, like I said, it's a little more advanced. You get into the woven goods and stuff like that. So you need to be experienced whenever you go to the NFIC. Rather, CFI brings in new recruits. So that's kind of the difference there. And NFIC, the way they do it, well, CFI as well. With the CFI certifications, they will just go around the United States and certify people to do that. NFIC does the same thing. They'll get a group of people together that want to take the courses, and they'll just go to someone's shop and set up class there and have training right there in people's stores or warehouses or whatever. So they will actually come to you if you get enough people involved in wanting to take the class. They don't have a designated place. You have to come here to train. They'll actually go to you. So that's kind of nice. That allows them to get spread out all over the United States without people having to travel all the way across the country to get the training and stuff. So that's real nice.
Are you a member or involved in the CFI or the NFIC?
Well, I'm certified in both of them. As far as being active, do I do anything or anything like that? Not really. Again, I'm certified in it, but it's good. So I promote them by all means, because obviously I promote education in the industry and stuff like that. But as far as actively being involved in them and been in their meetings and stuff like that, no, I'm completely untied from anything like that.
Is it like a yearly membership type thing you pay?
You do have to pay yearly to keep your certifications up to date on both of those. So if you go without paying it, then your certification will not be valid until you get reinstated. So,
Reuben, who do you install flooring for? Are you a supply and fit company, or do you install for shops, things like that? Where do you mainly get your work from?
I install from a local shop here in town. Actually, that is the very first store that I started working at when I was 14. The guy that taught me actually worked at this store. And then when I was 19, I stopped working for him and started working for myself out of the same shop. So I guess the world goes in circles. So here I am right back at the same store that I started at. But I got plans to hopefully fade out of that here in the real soon future, but right now I'm currently subbing work from a store.
What flooring do you specialize in, Reuben? Do you fit certain types of things, or are you across the board, fit anything?
Yeah, I'm pretty much across the board. I'll do everything except for ceramic tile, any kind of stonework or ceramic. I don't like to mess with. I've only done 2 jobs, and I was actually under the guy when I very first started. Whenever he was training me, that's the only experience with tile I've ever had in my life. So I don't do tile at all. Everything else I do, the hardwoods, laminates, vinyl plank, carpet. Probably what I'm best at is probably carpet, and that's because of the NFIC training. They really, really are a good training course to give you a lot of knowledge there. So that's why.
How did you get into the flooring industry, Rueben?
Well, when I was a kid, my mom and dad, I was living at home, obviously at 14, and right across the driveway was a boat shop. The guy drag raced boats, and he would work on them and do other boat repairs for other racers and stuff in the area. And he also installed carpet. So as a kid, I would hang out over there, a little bit more lenient, just to get away from the house and stuff like that. And then I just started going to work with him. It started out picking up scraps and stuff like that for probably several years, and then eventually I got a knife and started making cuts, and then doing this and that and this and that. And you just learn, start doing a little more as you're comfortable. So that's how it was.
Rueben, spray adhesive, widely used in this country. I'd say 9 fitters out of 10 use it. Is it banned in America?
It's not banned, but it's not very popular. You don't see a whole lot of guys using it at all. I've actually got some that I've got on my store. I think I may have sold 1 can of it in I don't know, maybe 1.5 or 2 years that I've had it there. It's just not a big seller over here at all.
So you fitters here buy it by the box.
Yeah.
There's a company just come out taking all the badness out of the aerosols, so that's quite popular at the minute. But how do you stick your, we call it underlay, you call it pad, like a lot of fitters here will use spray adhesive around the perimeter to hold it. What do you use?
We use staple guns. Pad staplers is what they're called, hammer tackers or something. You might use them on their steps or something like that.
We use them on wooden subfloors, but say you've got a concrete or a hard subfloor, how do you stick your pad to that around the perimeter?
They actually have a pad cement here, not spray, but it's a can you can poke a hole in the top and just leave just a little fine line, like if you was to leak something out of a bottle or something, just go around the perimeter with a real fine line of pad adhesive, and that sticks it. And maybe even on your seam, a lot of guys will take their seams, and a lot of guys will actually even take their pad to the tack strip so they don't have to use any of that. That stuff is pretty potent. It will smell up a customer's house. So I don't use it that much myself. I am one of the guys that will use the spray adhesive around the perimeter when it comes to that situation, just because it don't smell as bad.
Yeah. What changes do you think in the USA could be made to better the flooring industry?
I don't know how it is over there, but over here, construction workers are kind of looked down on, like they're not as good as people. So I think, which obviously that has a lot to do with the way installers and floor guys present themselves. So if everybody would start to present themselves better, quit pulling up to job sites with the clankety raggedy beat up van or beat up clothes, smelling like booze and stuff like that. And if they would actually come to the jobs professional, present themselves as professionals, I think everybody would start to look at the trade more professional and stop looking down their nose at us just because we're floor guys and we crawl around on our knees. So probably self-respect, and definitely the pay needs to be in the industry. There's a lot of guys around the country working on getting the prices of installation raised up. And again, that most of the problems that is with the industry is on the installer themselves. If everybody would take action, it would fan out across the United States. But you always got somebody wanting to undercut somebody, do it cheaper to get the work. So that just keeps the prices down. So if we could get everybody to stand up, it would all be better. But unfortunately, you got those guys out there just working for the weekend. So what is it you most like about the flooring industry, Reuben? It's really satisfying. You get really good whenever you finish a job, whenever you're working on a job. It's almost immediately that you get gratification back. I mean, the customer can walk out of the room and come back 30 minutes later, and there's a huge difference done, and they're like, ooh, ah. So it's really satisfying. It's good to do something with your hands. That's really what got me into it and sticking with it. Is it feels really good to work hard. It feels really good to do something with your hands. Whenever you can come into a house and then leave a day or two later and it looks completely different, and you've done that, it just feels real nice. It's real satisfying to do this job. I love it. And the people in the industry, since I've joined the Facebook groups and stuff like that, there's just so many big-hearted people in this industry that I don't think that you see those kind of other people in other parts of the construction field. So I think it is, you know, I don't want to put any other part of the construction field down and raise us up, but there's a lot more well-rounded people in the flooring industry, I think, than framing or roofing or something like that. So good people in the industry.
I've been asked many times, what's the thing I most like about the industry, and it's the people. It's the people what I like most. Lastly, Rueben, do you have anything planned for Floors by Southern Boys?
Business or YouTube or just all the way around? I guess all the way around. Yeah, both. Okay, well, I just started a couple of days ago doing daily vlogs on my channel. Every job that I go into, if I can, I'm going to get a little bit of video footage and just kind of show what a carpet installer goes through on the daily, what kind of jobs we pick up and stuff like that. Just the daily life of a carpet layer, pretty much. I want to just start trying to push out a video every day showing the regular life of a carpet layer or a floor layer or whatever. And as far as the business, I am working right now to get transitioned over to start selling high-end goods and stuff like that. And again, that's all thanks to NFIC, because I didn't have any inkling. I didn't have a clue on how to do any of those wovens and stuff like you guys use over there all the time. The wovens, the natural fibers and stuff like that. That's really high-end stuff over here. So most people work with action back and nylon and polyester and stuff like that is the norm over here. So to mess with the higher end goods is pretty scarce. You don't see it much around here in my area anyway. So I'm hoping to start selling those myself, doing house calls and stuff like that, and start selling my own jobs and kind of fade away from the carpet store is the plan for this year. So that's what I'm working toward right now anyway.
See, we do a lot of wovens over here. Personally, I fit a lot of wovens. There is a difference. It's not hard to do. There's just a bit of a difference what you've got to adjust to. But yeah, I love fitting wovens. Rueben, how's you sell tools online as well? How's that going? You sell tools. You sell tools online. How's that going?
Yeah, a little bit. It's actually doing really good. I got one particular item that I sell a whole bunch of. So tools and supplies and stuff like that here and there, not a whole lot. I mean, it's going. I guess I make a decent at it. It does pretty good, I guess. The whole overall online store does pretty good, I guess. I can't complain about it. So it's doing good. And that, again, I'm hoping to really ramp that up, get more options out there this year, start working with some different manufacturers and stuff like that, and actually get some good brand tool stores. That's another goal for this year. So any part of my business, I'm really wanting to ramp it up this year. Lots of plans for this year. So we'll just keep my fingers crossed and hope everything works out.
Well, Rueben, good luck with it all. And thanks very much for speaking to us. And we'll catch up soon.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you having me on, buddy.